Bueller. There we go. Alright. I don't know how the captions got that, but hi everybody. Happy Friday. I hope the day was restful and or productive for y'all. Um, Most certainly it was for me. Um, I can't tell you about the thing yet, but there is a thing that is coming up that I am very excited to be able to talk about once I'm able to talk about it. Um, it's not related to like job stuff necessarily, but it'll be good when we get to talk about it. Oh, oh, ho, ho. Hi. I got the big EP exhaust in a couple days. Hey, Cat Wizard. Yeah, I feel that. So yeah, um, when I can talk about that thing, I'll be very excited to talk about it. I think probably sometime next week. I'm waiting for the go to be able to talk about it. Um, it may not surprise some of y'all when it comes up, but uh, you'll see. But yeah, also hi Kettle. Yeah. So, um, as you can see, we're still doing the rent and support drive. We are about a little bit over halfway through the month. We are at 16% of the goal, which is a flat $2,000. People who are not aware, this is basically just a rent and support thing for this month to kind of like help me make sure that I've got enough scratch to sort of carry me through to May without having to start dipping into like retirement fund stuff because I've been trying to get a job since like June of last year and nobody's biting really. Um, I'm doing my best, but it's rough. A couple of friends prevailed upon me, you know, to ask for help if I needed it, and this is me asking. So we are about 4% away from our next milestone. So at and above 400. So once we hit $400, that's a run of Pokemon Crystal, but the next 8 gyms. All over in Kanto. So if you can donate, great. If you can't, feel free to pass the link along. And as y'all can see, right? I do so happen to have I do happen to have like also incentives for donating. So like $5 is like googly eyes, $10 like a set of exercises. $20 gets you like a nice little gets you a post-it on. I have to go get the post-it board because I keep forgetting to, but I'm probably gonna go do that tomorrow anyway. Just hearing around so people can do that. And then yeah, $25 you get to like choose what character I play in a fighting game. Though we only have about like maybe one more Friday to redeem that. If not this Friday, you have this Friday and next Friday, and then after that, done. And then $50 gets you like a 2-ounce bag of blueberry peach black tea that was like specially blended by the tea company that agreed to give those out as donation incentives for this whole thing. So yeah. Again, if you can't, just passing along the word is helpful. But yeah, also hi Kettle. And also hi Kettle. Hopefully you're doing well today. And for anybody that's lurking, yeah, no pressure. Feel free to just lurk and chill. We're just gonna play some Strive today. I haven't played it in like a week and change, and I think I finally figured out the reason why I've been having controller trouble with it lately. So now we can like actually, deal with that. I'm okay. I thought it was Saturday, so that's how my day is going. Yeah, honestly, I feel that. Like, lately anyway, I've been at the verge where, like, if I'm not paying attention, yeah, Friday will bleed straight. Like, Friday and Saturday feel like they bleed straight together for me. So I feel that. Gonna try a thing real quick. It's basically every other time that I have attempted to play Guilty Gear recently. Okay, that does work. Good. Like, every other time I've tried to play Guilty Gear recently, shenanigans happen. I'm also attempting to learn C++ since the first time I was going through it, it didn't stick. Yeah, I have not been formally taught it. I have tried to pick it up while trying to learn Unreal Engine. It's a lot. I don't blame you. Also, hi, Ham. The shenanigans were not my fault. It's literally just that, for whatever reason, apparently Guilty Gear just has this thing where sometimes it does not recognize doesn't recognize my controller properly, because it assumes that the player one controller is the keyboard and not this. So I had to like trick it a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why. It's not that. Oh, no. One. One, two. Nope. 1, 2, 3. 5. Yes, it is indeed time for color guard. You're right. 1, 2. Little. The max range of 5p is like not here. A little shorter than that. Max range of 5p is like here. Nope. A little shorter even. The max range of 5p is like here. Max range of 5k is a little shorter than that, I think. Yes. So max range of 5p is like here. 5k is like here? No, closer. 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, got there. So max range of 5p is like here. Max range of 5k is like here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 3, 4, 5. Good. Yeah, 5S's. Not like here, no. Here, yes. So it's like a little bit farther than round start. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's okay if I overshoot a little bit initially. Ideally, what I want to start being able to do is like that. It would be better if I could do RTL. But that would be a little harder to do. There we go. A little faster. So that's basically probably the only reason why I wasn't coming out before. Yeah, I just gotta go faster. Okay. So, heavy slash. Yeah, heavy slash will reach. Not from here. Definitely not from here. Here's like a maybe. Yeah. Uh-oh. 1. On cycles is a little farther back. 2, 3, 4. So yeah, getting the exact measurement of like the maximum range of that is a little hard. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like when I was learning programming in high school. For what little I learned, they put us on Java first, and Eclipse. As our IDE. They started us with Java initially. In undergrad, C at one point, and then I think I did Java again. And then by the time I got around to Unity, I was C#. And then in grad school, because we were pretty much only using Unity near exclusively, more C#. So that's why, like, now this is, and yeah. So like now, that's why I'm most familiar with like C# in general. Get this. I'm gonna just adjust the desk a little bit so we can properly see my face. I should do some max range reps on my normals as well. I used to be super familiar with them, but I got kind of lax to just get closer. I need to be practice more with my normals as well. Educational warm-up routine. Yeah. So funny thing, Ham. I learned how to do this from. This is important. I want to talk about it. A little closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta start doing my crouching numbers now. So 5P is like here. 5K is like here. 5S is like here. 5H is like here. Good. 2P is like a little closer. 2P is like here. Yeah. So I learned how to do this from a Reddit post called Geef's Gym, which is focused on Street Fighter stuff. So this is probably no surprise to anybody who has been playing this, who's been doing this for a while. Also, as a general recommendation, the only reason why I'm doing 5 is because I'm on stream and I don't want to like spend too long having to warm up. But if you really want to get like your best bang for your buck, 10 for each normal that you have and each command normal as well. If you're really trying to like get it in and get it like get that knowledge in deep, 10 without missing for each one. But yeah, I picked it up from, of all things, right? Yeah, I picked it up from a Reddit that was more like, and Geef's Gym stuff is old now to the point where like, the person who initially wrote the posts formatted it into a book and sells it on Amazon. 2H is like maybe out here. Yep, 1, 2. This is too far. This is like a maybe. This is definite. 3, 4. 2S is the only one I skip. 1. Oops. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, as you can see, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like understanding that and knowing like where that range is. This is, yeah, that'll hit. This is too far out. This is like, if they walk in a little bit, but here for sure. 2, 1, 2. If you want to make it harder, what you start doing is like in between reps, you start walking back and forth, right? Just to try to like change the distance on purpose. And then when you think you're close enough, especially if you can like hover right around the edge of your max distance, give or take, try to start in and do that. That's how you really make it hard at that point. Even with like little micro adjustments on purpose to try to see if you can like deliberately throw yourself off. 5. Right? So yeah, I say that about where I got this from to sort of emphasize that while fighting games are all very different, there are certain principles that definitely carry over between them, right? And for me in particular, one of the things that's like really important about especially about learning about fighting games and learning how you learn fighting games is learning where you can apply this. Like, so for example, with Tekken, right? Tekken, you can absolutely make use of this as well, right? Of course, in Tekken, the thing you also have to wind up considering, especially because of the way that Tekken is, not that you don't have to consider it in Strive also, but like, because of how important it is to sort of like think about like, how fast your buttons are in Tekken, you also have to consider that. But you can do the spacing exercise in Tekken too. The main thing is that with that game, you would have to sort of limit it to things that you are most likely to use as pokes. Mostly would be your first focus. Like you wouldn't do this for all 100 and whatever moves you have in Tekken, right? You would think about your good couple of pokes, like your I-10 jab, like in Tekken, your I-10 jabs, some of like your I-13, 14, 15 punishers and things like that, things that have reach and decent enough speed, and sort of sort out the max range on those more or less. And a lot of your shorter, slower buttons, you can sort of like make up the distance. Sorry, a lot of your shorter or slower buttons, you can sort of make up the distance for the short part, just because in Tekken you can move a lot more fluidly in certain aspects, right? But it's still useful to be able to know, right, even if I'm standing like stock still, my range is about this much of a threat. So then if I'm doing like a dash or something, and I go for this, I can extend it by about this much. It's a little different in Tekken, but the principle is still kind of the same, right? I forgot my 6P and my 6H. My 6K and my 6H. Yeah, my 6P, actually. 6P, here is no. Here is like, yeah, just about. 2, 3, probably even a little farther. So not here, but like here, 4, 5. So like from like, even from like out, not at round start distance, right? It's a little closer than round start distance. But at about the same range, a little bit so, right? For Sin. I threaten 5S from like out here. I threaten 5H from like out here, potentially. But ideally, only getting like one hit of that to hit can be, I would have to double check the frame rate on that. So 6P is a little closer than that, you have to be like here. So the 5P is like, so yeah, basically this is the way to look at it. 5P is like here. That's a little bit too short. 5p is like here. 6p is a little bit farther reaching than that. So in a situation where you're like, okay, I need to like reach and smack somebody, and granted, you need a little more time first, but it's not saying that 6p is a better poke than 5p, but that 6p reaches farther. So in certain circumstances, if you're pretty sure somebody's going to go for something like a high far slash or whatever, right, or anything that's going to hit that upper part, 6p that. Blow it away. 5p is faster, but it's a little shorter. 6h definitely hits from there. 6h probably doesn't hit from here. Yeah. So we can basically say that 6h is, for all intents and purposes, it's round start distance, just about. So not out here. Here you can threaten it a little bit, but like here for sure is where it's gonna hit. Or 1, 2. Yeah, see? 1. So like here obviously it's gonna hit. But like threatening it like about here. 2 is a little scary, right? Because the idea behind the max range stuff, and I know that like LaShoy and Ham probably have an idea of this, but for anybody else who's like, well, why does this matter so much? Out here, right? I can now threaten. I can threaten far slash. It might be inadvisable, but I could also threaten 5H, right? FS, H, or rather 5H, because you don't have like a close heavy slash. Right? So I can threaten both of those at around this range, or I can step in and do that instead. And that's why it's important to know. 6k range is like, yeah, right about there. Not round start. It's like a little closer than round start. 1. No, 1. Hang on. So like here. 1, 2, 3. Mess that up. 1, 2, 3. So here obviously will hit. Here is also a little bit. If you're out here is like definitely not, right? So 4. And that's why like the thing to practice, and even if sometimes like the micro walking you do is just like this, where you just like practice like trying to like just do stutter steps back kind of, instead of like walking all the way back to sort of change the distance is fine too, right? Because the main point is that you want to create ambiguity about where you're standing, if you can. So the thing you have to worry about if you're doing too much of this is that somebody will, if they have a long enough like 2S or something, they'll pop you while you're walking back. But if they don't, you can just kind of like do that. And the reason why Sin's the reason why Sin's 6k is so slow is because it is extremely plus on not extreme, but it is plus enough on block that people trying to challenge you after like a meaty 6k, if they block it, they're not gonna have a good time. I wonder. Hang on. I could probably do... Yeah, if I do it fast enough, I should be able to get Tyrant Barrel out of that, so... I just have to be a little faster on the draw. That motion, I have to do that basically after I get... Yep, there we go. It worked. skin of my teeth, but it does. Okay. Ooh, that's nasty also. Yep. Because I should be able to do, I wonder. Hang on. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's fucked up. Cosmo time. So, yeah, do that. RTL. Easy done. Bop, bop, bop. Yeah, but I have to be close for that to work. Yeah, that's like a close conversion. If I'm farther away, I'd have to go like that in order to get that to work. But that works. Right. So hi Kaz, hi Shin. Good to see y'all. Hopefully your day's going well. So yeah, the main thing that I'm gonna be trying to like really get under my belt is something called the Kata Tyrant Barrel. I talked about this a bit the last time I played Guilty Gear Strive, but I'll refresh people in case they need the refresher. I heard it say times, so I think flatterer. Anyway, the basic idea behind the Kata Cancel Tyrant Barrel. So a Kara cancel is basically a technique wherein you do a move and then you cancel its recovery frames with I saw a donation just drop in. Let me go take a look and see what we got. Thank you for whoever dropped off that donation. Let me see what it was, and like value wise, so I know what to do. Easy but good, always good on Fighting Fridays. Not gonna cry, not gonna cry, not gonna cry, not gonna cry. Alright. I heard an eye. So I dropped my eyes on the ground. So you will forgive me if I look like I'm reaching over and it's like kind of weird. Like, why did he reach all the way over there? It's because I dropped them on the ground and I haven't been asked to pick them back up yet. But thank you, Kaz. I appreciate it. Well, wouldn't you look at the time? That she hasn't had it. Shut up, Shark. You're right, but shut up. Anyway. I dropped my eyes on. Oh my god. Dead, y'all. Not a one, y'all. Yeah, I believe we should be at about... We're at around, I think, 300 and... Yeah. We're at 330 so far. And I appreciate that, y'all, truly. First I dropped, then I let... Oh my god! Right. Power cancels. I meant to explain those and I got sidetracked by gremlinry. Okay, so... Here's the deal, right? Kara, meaning empty. So, fun fact. karate, right, is literally empty hand. Kara, empty, te, he. So karate is literally empty hand, right? Very important to remember. So, kara, meaning empty. So a kara cancel or an empty cancel is the idea that you do a move, right? And whether that move happens to not have attacking frames at all, or it does have attacking frames and it whiffs, right? Cancel those frames into another attack. So, as an example, if you go to that nice link from InfoBot, it will have a couple other examples that you can look at. But how Sin applies this is pretty straightforward. Sin, after using any of his special moves, has the ability to use a move called Gazelle Step, right? And the first couple of frames of Gazelle Step can be kara canceled into his super moves, right? So, for example, we have that. If I could do it consistently, I would also even be able to like set up a kara cancel for RTL, this move. The reason why I don't is because RTL is really, really okay. In its own way, it is very, very difficult to set that up and cancel that correctly because of the motions involved. I'll explain that in a second. So, with Guilty Gear Strive, right? For Sin to do a Gazelle Step, all he has to do is a dash input during either a special move or one of its follow-up steps, right? However, because Guilty Gear Strive has a dash macro, this means that Sin can actually do Gazelle Step whenever possible for him to do Gazelle Step by just pressing the dash macro button. This is the key part. This is important. Because of this, it is possible to buffer or pre-prepare the inputs that you need for your super moves while still getting the dash input that you need for Gazelle Step. So, Tyrant Barrel is 236 quarter circle forward, right? 236, 236P, if you do it fast enough, is Tyrant Barrel, right? However, you can do 236 dash macro, and then do 236P, and Tyrant Barrel will still come out, right? So, those are all those things in isolation. Together, how does that matter? It's very simple. While doing a special move, start off, as you see, right? It's a little bit difficult to see, right? No, I see them slandering you, Shen. I'm not stopping them. Because if I get in it, I'm gonna forget what I'm saying, and then we don't get the lesson. So anyway, if you look at the inputs I just did, right? You see that I did 214, the down, down, back, if you're reading from the bottom to the top, right? Pardon me. I did the 2H to launch Kai, right? Then I did 214S, which is Hoof Stomp. As you saw, I then did 236 for the quarter circle forward. I pressed the dash macro, then 236P. Because I pressed the dash macro, I got the Gazelle Step cancel, right? But because I did 236 beforehand, I did 236 dash macro, So I got the Gazelle Step, and it was buffered. And then, right, I did 2d6p after that, and Tyrant Barrel came out. Right? So, yeah, as y'all see, or maybe not see, depending on what nonsense y'all are getting up to in chat right now. That's not right. So, theoretically, I can do the same thing with, RTL. But the hard part with RTL is that I basically have 2 spots where I can put in the dash input and still maintain the inputs. Either I do it early, and do it here, right? Or I do half circle back, press the dash macro, and then do forward heavy slash. But the hard part, mostly, is that I'd have to be able to... Right? The hard part, mostly, is that I have to be able to do... And I have to not fuck up and press the wrong button by accident, which is going to be the hard part. I did that. I might be able to do it if I stop pressing 6P. That wasn't it. And the reason why I can tell that wasn't it is because you notice how I still have the 3 orange bars there? If I do this correctly, from just Beak Driver into Gazelle Step into RTL, it should, I should be missing one of those stamina bars when I do it correctly. Nope. Just do it faster. Nope. I have to do it faster. I did either have to do it faster or have to figure out a thing. Nope, that wasn't it. If I could just... It's basically... The motion that I'm trying to do is basically this. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I do the half circle back, right? I have to go to neutral for just a second, because if I hold back and hit the dash macro, I backdash. It's not what I want, right? Now, in the combo, it doesn't actually matter. Well, it sort of does. Well, I guess that is good to know, though. Yeah, Larry. Things are going pretty good. So yeah, in the actual, like, when I'm doing the beat driver itself, it doesn't actually matter if I hold back that much. That might have been it. Nope. That wasn't it, still. So, if you want to know how I can tell that I'm not getting it, if I get it correctly, ideally what should happen is that I should lose, like how I lost a block of stamina there. If I'm just doing like raw beat driver, I just gotta look at my inputs for a second. So yeah, I lied. If I'm holding back when the dash input goes out, then it doesn't work. My other option is that if I tighten up my inputs super tight, I should be able to do, if I tighten them up super tight, I should be able to do like that, still get it to come out. But in my head, it feels like it's easier just to like separate it into like distinct parts. I don't think that was it. No, I don't know how I managed to super cancel that. Yeah, I should have lost a block of stamina if I did that correctly. So I don't know why I can get it some. I might somehow be doing it fast enough that I buffer it in the little spot of time beforehand. Because if I was actually getting... There's no way that I should be able to get Kara RTL so fast that I don't get at least a little bit of stamina taken away. That feels like that's not how that should look. It feels like it's... If that's what's happening, that's really fucked up, and I don't know if I like that. Because... Fuck, is that how it looks when you do it? Because... That feels like it's not right somehow. But that's the only explanation I have. Because... That's the only explanation I have. It'd be really, really fucked up because when you do, like, Kara Tyrant Barrel, for example, right? Let me do it. Hang on. Wait. No way. There's no way. Are you telling me if I do it fast enough? There's no way. You're not. Oh, you're fucking with me. If you do it fast enough. If you do it fast enough, it doesn't... Oh, fuck. That's... Like, I'm not placeboing here, right? Because I'm like... This whole time I've been thinking, there shouldn't be a way for you to be able to, like, super cancel... Yeah, like, you can't super cancel special moves in Strive. Are you telling me this whole time that every time I thought I was doing... I was literally doing it this whole time, and I couldn't tell because I thought that you would lose stamina. But no. No. That's what Kara RTL looks like. Holy shit! We're in. Oh, this is so fucked up. So the reason why I'm saying this is really fucked up is because I was under the assumption that in order to get Kara Tyrant, like stuff like that to work, I was under the assumption that I would wind up having to spend a stamina bar for it, right? And while it's true that I think you still need at least one in order to be able to get it to go off in the first place, it looks like from what I can tell anyway, when Thin does a Kara cancel out of Gazelle Step correctly, he does the super before the stamina drain happens. So you still need a stamina bar to do it, because otherwise you can't, like, cancel into it. But provided that you do it correctly, you are basically almost immediately canceling those opening frames of Gazelle Step. Hold on. I wonder. Training settings. thought there was a way to like maybe like slow down the actual thing so that y'all could see it. It's a little hard to explain because I can't like slow the game down to make it way more apparent. But basically, right? The drain on Sin's stamina for Gazelle Step apparently does not happen instantly, right? And the reason why that's important is because while Sin still needs at least one stamina block to do this Kara cancel super stuff that I'm talking about, if you do it quickly enough, he does not lose stamina. Because what happens is he cancels into the super move before the stamina is consumed. So you still need one to go into it, but if you do it quickly enough, he does it, it comes out before the stamina is drained. So, the reason why this is fucked is because it means that as long as Sin has one stamina gauge and your hands are fast enough, you are absolutely going to carry people all over the place. Because now we can talk about, like, now that we have the combo, I'm not going to be able to get it in a real match, probably, as far as RTL is concerned. Tyrant Barrel is easy, because I can buffer that input a little easier. But the reason why this is important is very simple. Even if we're not talking about, like, Kara cancel tricks, right? Let me start from all the way over here. Demonstrate this point kind of. Sin, if he gets the right starter and he has 50 meter and like one stamina gauge, he will carry you from corner to corner and get a wall break. Right? Now, imagine being able to do that without having to spend, well, granted, like from here, it's not going to be it's not going to be a wall break. Okay. Oh, this is fucked up. Can I do this? I may not be able to do this the way I'm thinking of. It'd be hilarious if I could, but... Oh! Oh no! Oh shit! Oh, that's really fucked up. The damage scaling is probably not worth it. But I should be able to do... If I can do it correctly. Oh, that's so fucked up. I still need at least 2 blocks of stamina to make it work. But yeah, Sin's main thing is that he has corner carry out the ass. So that's why if you can do his Kara supers out of Gazelle Step, you immediately like jack up his damage potential and his carry potential by a whole bunch if you got meter. Of course, you have to, like, not drop it. Yeah, there we are. So, 2 stamina bars, 50% meter, and the right starter, and Sin will just fuck you up. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So for that, I probably can't do it on right side yet, though. I don't think. Yeah, it's gonna be harder on right side because I haven't practiced it over there yet. I say, and then I immediately get it like my second time on the right. Normally, it is not that easy. Normally, it is not that easy to pick up a thing on the other combo, on the other side of the screen, combo-wise. Normally, you have to take a little more time to like retrain your muscle memory. And in this case, I do because I'm probably not pulling, or I'm pulling too long. There we go. Hold on 1 second. I gotta grab something real quick. We'll go back over to the main screen in a minute. I just gotta grab a thing while we have the time. While the ads are going. I might already have this thing, but it is the principle of making sure that I have the thing. Okay, I'm gonna take a second and eat some of my Thai food while waiting for the ads to finish. Really, Shan? Right as the ads finish, you go and hit me with nasty work. Nasty work. Even though it's true. Even though it's true, that's nasty work. All right. So, like, What good does it do me to deny it? Because if I deny it, y'all are going to insist on it anyway. And I literally have a poster board. I have a poster board literally sitting on my couch right now that will also prove it. But if I go and look at that right now, I'm going to cry. So I'm not doing that. Anyway, um, so by virtue of the fact that I wasn't looking at the screen until literally right this minute while I was labbing, apparently I have always understood how to do it and have been doing it this whole time subconsciously. Well, as far as RTL goes, anyway. And if it's not coming out, that usually means that I am still thinking a little bit too much about what my hands are doing, though. Yeah. So basically, right? And this is the thing. So this is before we actually go get some matches, right? I want to emphasize this, right? This is one of the most important things about how fighting games work that is very interesting to sort of convey to somebody, but also one of the critical things for understanding how special cancels work and things like that, right? You have the ability to buffer your inputs, right? Like, it is not a thing where it's like, oh, I have to wait for Sin to finish and then do that. No. Buffer the input while he is doing the animation. Not too early, though, right? But you can start buffering it while he's doing the animation and then just press the button to finish it. And it comes out, right? As far as Kata Tyrant Barrel goes, specifically the reason why it works in Strive is because the dash macro exists, right? Because the dash macro exists, I can do the gazelle, because if the dash macro didn't exist, I would have to do the gazelle step input manually with 6-6 or forward, or like forward, right? I'd have to do it with 6-6 in order to get it to come out. But because the dash macro exists, that gives me, I can literally just do instead dash macro. So that's 2 inputs I don't have to do, which allows me to focus on, so long as I end the input in forward, and I don't press the wrong button because my muscle memory is fucking up. Give me a second. I gotta like... Again, you can see it, right? Look at the HS. That's like right there. HS 236 dash macro 236p. The 236 before the dash macro is the first half of 236 236p, which is time macro, right? And it's the same principle why I can do half circle back dash macro without holding back, and then do 6H, and I get RTL. Same principle, right? So during the combo, right? Y'all saw it. I did half circle back. So right. After I did, if you look at the bottom where it says S, all the way at the bottom left where those inputs are, that last S is the last S input for the flip attack that I did, hoof stomp. You saw that I then did half circle back, release the half circle back, press the dash macro, then did forward heavy slash. And that's how RTL came out, because I buffered the input while the animation was going, and then pressed the input at about the spot where I would be able to do the... Well, let me explain that more carefully. I did the dash input at the spot where I would be able to gazelle step out of this. That's where I did the dash input. So if I do it correctly, It's not gonna combo here, but it should still come out if I do this correctly. I'm full of shit. It did combo. That's kind of fucked up, actually. So the trick, though, is that you can't do the whole motion and then do the dash macro and then press it, right? With Dono, since it's not a ranked night. I mean, I'm about to go into the tower anyway, so $25 donation makes me pick a different character for the night, or you choose what character I play anyway. But no, Guilty Gear Strive doesn't technically have. It does technically have ranked, and I was about to go into the equivalent of that. So if somebody is really feeling it and they could do it before I get in, then I'll do it. But otherwise, you gotta hold that. But it is also like $25. So do not feel pressured. It's like $25 to do that. So do not feel like next Friday is probably like a better time for it. In theory anyway, but anyway. So yeah. So yeah. I'll hold it right here so you can see. So you see how I did. 2, I know that y'all can't see the cursor. Hang on. I'm going to do a thing I don't normally do, and I'll see if I can get the cursor to show up, but I probably can't. I cannot, I don't think, because shenanigans. Anyway, if you look at where my inputs are, look at where I start with the down input, 2. I do 2, 1, 4, S. Right? So I do 2, 1. I do 4 and the slash button on the same frame. 2, 1, 4, S. I then do the half circle back. I press the dash macro, then I press 6H, and that's how it comes out. Because what happens is, in those frames before Sin even starts moving to do the dash for Gazelle step, before he even starts moving, I've already canceled into RTL. If I do it quickly enough anyway. There we go. So yeah, I did all of that sort of just to emphasize, like, Sin, the main thing about playing as Sin, right, is that all of his versatility and everything comes at the cost of you have to know how to manage your stamina gauge. If you cannot manage your stamina gauge correctly, then you run into a lot of problems. Also, a really, really fucked up thing that Sin can do. Sin's reversal move, his Dragon Punch, right, also has the same kind of properties as what y'all see here, right? So I'll go back into training mode near the end of stream and demonstrate what I mean by that if I don't get to do it during an actual match. This might be a problem, because Giovanna's scary. I didn't block the 2S. Wall break is good because I get a meter bonus for that. force the burst out. Yep, good. Nope, I messed up. Whoop. Am I looking to make Coco play Stardew? Ah, damn it, I fucked up. Also, Giovanna is so fun to play the card character. Yeah, the Guilty Gear Strive card game really did a good job of capturing Giovanna's general like playstyle and personality in the form of the card game. Ooh, good. Oh, there's crossover. Good throw. Ooh, that's nasty. Yep. Whoa. Yeah, I should have trusted my force a little bit more there. I hesitated. They get to go up a floor, and they do not have to stay and match it out if they don't want to. I would like them to, because I haven't fought. Giovanna is the character that I was playing before Sin came out. The reason why I stopped is mostly because of the stuff that you're seeing here. Mostly because like a lot of like her really cool stuff is really complicated in certain aspects now, and I didn't feel comfortable trying to make that work. You should have bursted, nerd. You gave me all that damage for free. Thanks. Not the burst. That's all I really care about. Yep. Fair. Yep, there we go. Ooh, good 2S to get under. Good throw. Yep. Ah, I got too close. Yeah, a lot of like the side switching stuff that this person is using and things like that are part of all the really nice things that are part of Giovanna's kit now that I never really got like the feeling for them. No. So yeah, I cut it a little close there because I basically was burning a bunch of my stamina on other stuff. Which is why I was like, yeah, with Sin in particular, like if you don't know how to manage your stamina meter, you have a hard time with him. And the thing is that while it does regenerate faster the less of it you have, involves having like less of it. Feel? Right? Ooh! There we go. So yeah, now y'all see why having Kara Tyrant Barrel in the pocket is so important, right? Y'all saw, right? I took that lucky hit and converted it into a wall break, which got me positive bonus, which got me more meter, and having more meter let me then do other stuff. Um, mm, a good wall break, but it wasn't a super, so we're even. But I'm not in a good position health wise. Yeah, I'd rather just hold that and hold the meter and hold the burst for next round. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta be careful. Ooh, good throw. Yeah. Got the burst. Got it. That was really close. I pressed slash at a distance where I was hoping I was going to get close slash. I did not get close slash. So if they had pressed anything faster, I would have gotten hit right in my dome, and I would have died for it. Because Sin's close slash is much faster than his far slash is. So I very nearly got absolutely fucked. Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sin Bling. I'm gonna have to put you in the ground. It's nothing personal. It is not personal at all. I promise you. I promise you, it's not personal. But if we match up, it's gonna be done. I gotta put you in the ground with love and respect. But it's gonna be done. Okay. Because we can't match for whatever. Well, I'll try it one more time. But if we can't match, then we can't match. Yeah, we can't match. It's not working. Sorry, fam. No good. NG. Um, maybe that's for the best for them, because if I had managed to get the first match in the set, now we can't, fam. It doesn't work. We can't. I respect that you are trying, but if it does work and I take the first and I take the first game of the set, then it's like, want to fight. Strive, stop making this so hard. I'm sitting here riding the high of like getting Kara cancels and everything after the next match. I saw the hydrate. I respect it. After the next match, I need to fight. I gotta fight. I'm bloodthirsty. Okay, Milia Rage. TLDR. Milia does not do a lot of damage, but she doesn't need it because her main thing is she knocks you down, makes you guess with a 50-50. 50-50 is basically, I have to guess between high or low. If Milia gets the knockdown, I'm going to be guessing between high and low like a lot. Not fun. Unless they, like, fuck up a bunch. Okay, hair car out, that's fine. Milia has, okay, I guessed right that time. Basically, Milia's thing is she knocks you down, she makes you guess between what side she's going to be on, and then whether or not she's blocking high or low. If she does it correctly. The trade-off for being so supremely annoying is that Milia has, like, shit for health, basically. In this case, this Milia is not confident enough with their setups, and I guessed right enough times to not die. That's basically literally it. If this Milia was slightly tighter on their setups, and if I guessed wrong in a couple more spots, I would have been getting my shit pushed in, basically. So the main key during those mix-ups The main thing during those mix-ups is that you are not watching anything except for Milia. Like, so when Milia knocks you down and throws a disc, don't look at the disc. The disc does not matter. You should be looking at Milia. Because the disc, like, where the disc is doesn't matter. Where Milia is more important. Because you need to be able to, first of all, determine is it left or right, and then you have to determine if it's high or low. And you're guessing basically 2 times there. Because the disc itself, you can block standing or crouching. So the disc does not matter. You do not give a fuck about the disc when it comes out, when you're knocked down against Milia. You don't care. Look at her and follow her, and not the disc. Yeah. So there, she stayed on the same side and went high. I thought she was going to cross over me, and I wasn't blocking in the right. I thought she was going to cross over me, and I wasn't paying attention to whether or not she's going to go high or low. So far, this Milia has not seemed inclined to go low after that. So I think I may be able to hedge my bets mostly on just having to just block high on the correct side most of the time. Yeah. Amelia's not willing to go low. Not really sure why, because that's kind of like limiting their options tactically. But yeah. I didn't have enough for RTL, or that would have been corner carry for days. Ooh, fast fall. Good call. It looks though that I might be able to mostly just stuff most of their approach vectors if I'm paying attention to when they're gonna jump. Or when I think they are anyway. And that kind of like stuffs them out a little bit. That's fine. No. So yeah. Okay, see? There they did it. Because they did turbo fall to get low. And then I think they threw a low at me afterward. There we go. Done. Oh, I was about to cuss. If that had disconnected, I would have been like, nah, you didn't have to do that. Like, anyway. But yeah, that's Milia's thing, right? And you notice that what I said was mostly correct. The one time that they didn't go for the overhead after they threw a disc, they did turbo fall, which is her fast fall down to the ground, and then do a low while I was expecting the overhead. So that functionally is what we call a 50-50, right? Any situation where you basically have to make a guess between two things happening is called a 50-50. Technically speaking, you can argue that Milia knocking you down, throwing a disc over your head, and then going for either left, right, and then high, low, right? I think you could technically call that a four-way mix-up because either she's going to stay on the same side and go high, stay on the same side and go low, switch sides, go high, switch sides, go low. I think, anyway, if I remember that correctly. I may not know her well enough to be able to accurately pinpoint that down. Larry redeemed a hydrate, so I'm going to go do that right now with some seltzer water that I have. But Milia's main thing is that in exchange, that means I probably messed it up. Hold on. I'll do the proper one. It's because it processed it incorrectly. Interesting. I don't know why, but there we go. It should be that. Oh, still no results. Okay, fine. Hang on. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, anyway, that's the page you want. So a 50-50 is basically a type of. Let me put it like this. Since the page explains it a little bit better, page explains it a little more clearly, but I'll go over it like this. A mix-up is any situation where you are forced to pick between two different things that somebody's doing, right? So with a 50-50, a 50-50 is so you have mix-ups, right? 50-50 is a type of mix-up wherein you are being forced to basically guess between two very specific options. Usually it's like high-low, right? Or, as the page points out, right? Left-right. And the main thing about a mix-up is that you have to do something to defend. Yet, like the way that you get out of it is different for each situation. So, Milia, when she knocks you down and then throws a disc over you, one 50-50 that she can do, right, is she going to hit you with an over, is she going to jump and hit you with a high attack while you're trying to get up into the disc? Or is she going to hit you with a low attack by landing while the disc still has you in hit stun and then hitting you low? Or block stun, rather, and hitting you low, right? So, mix-ups in general are just, hey, somebody has to pick between right. This is the way to explain it. Because if you then click on mix-up further under in the info glossary, it goes into further detail. This is the way to think about it. A mix-up in general is just you are in a situation where there are several different ways to respond to this thing. A 50-50 is basically literally you're in a situation where it's one or the other, right? So to quote literally what the mix-up section of the glossary says, simple mix-ups that only require choosing between two defensive options are often called 50-50s, right? Very powerful mix-ups can exist, which force the defender to choose between 4 or 5 different options. For example, the attacker might attack high or low on both sides and could also throw, right? And that describes how Milia works in a nutshell. So Milia, once she gets a knockdown and throws the disc over you, as y'all saw, she can jump and do a fast fall to make you think that she's going to go for the low. Or to go for the low, right? She can jump and do an air dash to cross over you. If she's at the right spacing, she can jump and do an air dash to fake crossing over you and still do the high or the low, right? Those are the permutations of it. And that's why Milia is a really obnoxious character to fight, because you functionally, if she knocks you down and gets her disc set up correctly, you have to guess. It is just a straight up guess. And sometimes you lose it. The main flip side to that is that Milia does not do a lot of damage. Right? Milia is a fairly mobile character that does shit all for damage. It doesn't mean Milia is a bad character, but it means that you are relying a lot on conditioning people and freaking them out a bunch when you are attempting to sort of establish your mix-up and make people start guessing. You have to condition them enough, right, to make them think that you're going to do one thing and then you do something else, if you're playing as Milia, particularly. The main downside to that, though, is that Milia is extremely fragile, which is why, if you notice when I was playing against that one, they did a whole bunch of not engaging me for super long up close, because I'm Sin. I'll touch you like 2 times as a Milia player and you're dead. If I have the resources, maybe 3. Just eat a shit ton of damage and you die. Anyway, thank you, Larry, for the hydrate. This is sparkling water, so I will be forced to like sip it nice and slow. Really, doesn't really have a lot of flavoring to it, but hey. Brag on a mod. Okay. So, Sharkaopteryx. Just shark. Oftentimes, she says, which is fine, right? Shark has like a wickedly delightful sense of humor. It's very thoughtful and very deliberate about a lot of the things that she does, and just has like a really good eye for the things that sort of like make up the beating heart of a community. You know what I mean? The things that people enjoy doing in a community, the things that she notices bring joy to people when they are like participating, right? There is just a way that Shark has about like figuring out those things and contributing ideas and memes and other such things. Like the fact that there are commands that Shark has put into my Nightbot that I know I do not know about. I know I don't know about because I'm not like tracking them to see who makes them and all that other stuff. Literally to have Shark roll up and surprise me with make Jacko 2H overhead. No, deal, nerd. It's one of those things where like just Shark will just populate your Nightbot bot with commands. They're just perfect for the community. Because she just watches and she listens and she pays attention to what enjoy, and she makes ways of like immortalizing.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Or hell.
Yeah, that's my bag on a mod. Okay. Let's see if this Anji is as good as the Anji I play against a bunch. I'm dead. Well, not dead, but... Good. There we go. So, the main thing that makes Anji so scary, especially if he has meter, Anji has a counter super that will basically catch anything that's not a throw. So when Anji has like at least one of those little gears in the green bar on the bottom, you want to be careful about just like trying to like randomly hit him out of stuff. If he's had time to prepare, you get hit by the counter super and you kind of eat shit. It's not fun. Yep. Yeah, got hit by the overhead. So, Anji's main thing is that certain moves that he has have what are called guard points on them, where if you attempt to hit Anji out of them, like that spin there, right? A-N-J-I, Anji. Anji. He's Japanese, so it's like that sound that sounds like a G is a J. Anji, not Angi. Anji. But yeah, Anji's main thing is that he he mostly specializes in like making not extremely risky reads necessarily, but a lot of it is that he'll use like armor and that Fujin move of his to like make people sort of like guess about what he's gonna do and like forcefully blow through what their plans and like actively like do this kind of stuff. He'll bully is the main thing that he wants to do. Nope. Get fucked. I was too close. So yeah. This is what he does. Ino. Ino. Not Io, Ino. I know you're thinking of Ino. Like the character from Naruto, except with a dash between the I and the N-O. Ino.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Cool designs almost let me try character. Yeah. I mean, basically every character in this game has a cool design though. I'm going to be upfront about it. At the burst. Damn it. So yeah, Anji's main thing is that he uses Fujin to kind of like bully his way in. He can also hold it to get, damn it. Yeah, we are. Hey, Mojo. But yeah, the part that makes fighting against Anji really difficult is that, the fact that he has guard point on a lot of his moves basically means that you have to, it's not impossible to beat by any means, but it's one of those things where if you're not paying attention to how the Anji that you're playing against is moving when he uses that, you have a hard time. Because the guard point will always lose the throw, right? Like, if Anji, if he attempts to do the little spin to guard point whatever you're going to do and then bust through, right? If you throw him, he eats shit. Like, if you throw him, he can't do anything about that. He's got to hold that. But the hard part is being able to, like, get a read on what the person is doing and throw them if they're going to try it.
Are you ready?
And then, of course, the same one I just fought just chased me over to the next station to fight me again anyway. Cool. How you doing, Mojo? Hopefully well. I might die. Painfully, but...
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
God damn it. So. Yeah, so this is why Anji's annoying. Because it's one of those things where once offensively he has his tempo going, it's very hard to shake it. And he deliberately kind of like wants to make you afraid of like by doing that, especially he wants to make you afraid of like pressing buttons against him. Yeah, so you see those spins, right? Doing decent, ran errands, took a nap. Yeah, we take those. See? Ugh. Oh, I lucked out. I lucked out immensely. So yeah, a lot of dealing with Anji basically comes down to a couple things. First and foremost, you have to, especially against the specific person you're fighting, you have to get a feeling for how it is they like to approach, like doing spins and stuff like that. But yeah, see, there's that same... Ah, damn. Too slow. Too slow. Too late. Whoa. There we go. Staggered it a little bit just to kind of like get in there. So yeah, the hard part about dealing with Anji is mostly that like you have to like get a feeling for when the one you're fighting wants to do like a lot of his guard point stuff, so you don't get caught in that. Because if you do get caught in it, that's the kind of stuff that happens to you. Like, and that's why it's really annoying, right? You can throw Anji out of it, and if your attack is fast and he does it, you generally have less trouble. But if it's not, shenanigans happen. Yep, there's the overhead. It didn't kill, but hurt him a little bit. Fine. Oof. Yeah. So the main reason why I'm sort of... No, he's not. He's base roster for Stride. He was not in XR'd, but he's in the base roster for Stride. That's fine. I got the burst. So. Fuck. And that's a wall break, probably. I read the jump, but not the I read the jump, but I didn't react in time. I had to mash in the middle of that, and that's why I got hit. It's gonna be a wall break. If you wall break with a super like this, the knockdown that happens here is a hard knockdown. So like you're forced to like wait a little bit. Ah. No, damn it. Yeah, whew, lucked out. I had just enough to reach in and do that. The deflect shield that he tried there was to force me out, so that I would kind of like just eat shit. But Elk Hunt doesn't really care about that. No. Meaty. 13. Alright. Whew. I got really lucky. I got really, really lucky. Because if I'd done that even a second earlier, I think that my RTL would have hit the guard point on that, and he would have gotten through and I would have died. Straight up. I am pretty sure that that the guard point on spin works against RTL. So if I'd done that even a little bit earlier, it hit against the guard. It hit the guard point. I would have eaten so much shit. We call that luck. That is extreme luck on my part, because I could have eaten a bunch of shit. Gender neutral, playing Testament, saying trans rights. I respect it. That's the way. Nope, that's the way. 100%. gender neutral playing trans rights. Sorry, gender neutral playing Testament. I hope that your home is blessed. Oh. Hang on. Assuming that Strive did not do something terribly anti-trans just now and prevent that from happening. Anyway, even if you and I never get to fight gender neutral who is playing Testament with the tagline trans rights, I hope that your home is blessed. I hope that your path is clear of Legos. That any and all who are your enemies fail and fall miserably. And that your garden grows in abundance and plenty. Look at that. Oh, and we got an ad break anyway. Well, some of y'all are still here, like the ad break, so it's fine.
Mankind knew that they cannot
All right,
change
let's see.
society. So instead of reflecting on themselves,
So the Testament's main thing. I don't know if LaShoy is still here, and she probably can't hear me because of ads. But
versus Testament. Duel 1. Let's rock.
I always love that Daisuke said Testament always meant to transcend gender in his own words. Limits a lot of current. Or at the very least, they weren't talking about it in the same ways, right? They weren't publicly talking about it in the same ways. I don't know. It's like there is a character in Sakura Wars who absolutely has extreme gender ambiguity going on, very much on purpose, and that was in like the early mid 2000s. But it was like a comparatively rare thing to see, yes. Ooh. Okay, so the thing about Testament as a character in terms of playstyle, right? Testament's main thing is that they are also pretty good at mid-range stuff and lockdown. If I get hit by those crows and get turned purple, I'm forced into something called the stained state, where the next hit Testament does gets an extra hit on me, even if I block it. So basically, like, getting tagged with those crows is really good at letting them maintain pressure if they can hit you. Whew! But as you can see, so even better that I got them to waste burst while I was on the ground, so I could just land or whatever it was I did. I managed to get them to waste, like, to bait the burst and make them waste it and then kill them. So yeah, the main thing with Testament is that because of the nature of how they hit with a lot of mid-range attacks and control and lock down space in very specific ways, it can be kind of a pain to navigate around them if you do not know how to do that. As Sin, it is definitely a little bit challenging as a matchup because it's like I have to dodge crows, I have to not get hit by skulls, all that other stuff. But I do have the tools to contest if I'm careful. So I'm in stain state, so yeah, see? I got hit by that normal while I was in stain state. And yeah, see, even if I block, if I'm in stain state and Testament hits me with a normal, it detonates and hits me again and forces me to I gotta hold that. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, it's fair. And that's why this matchup is kind of agitating. It's a lot of you have to really sit down and sort of contend with the fact that Testament basically just plays an extremely obnoxious mid-range and will not engage you if they do not have to. Well, they will not engage you in up close is what I should say. They can, but they may not necessarily, and you have to work at it a little bit to get them. No. So yeah, the annoying thing about this particular player is that I have to run them down a lot because they're not going to approach me. That's fine. No. I'm dead. Yeah. Because I got hit by the crow, and then I fucked up and let one more hit get through. Stain state went off. I got bounced as part of it and ate shit. You're done. They got burst back, but because I was looking really carefully, I was deliberately looking because I was pretty sure I was going to get a wall break. So I was deliberately kind of watching the combo to just be like, the moment I see it, if I'm in a situation where I can mash super and get super to come out and stop them from bursting, I'll do it. And I was about right. So yeah, that's the main thing. Gender neutral understands how to play Testament very well in the sense that it's like they don't want to engage me close or even like remotely entertain the idea of that. Oh, hey Memsy. Yeah, no, you have a really, really, really good sense for like not, absolutely not like trying to like fuck with me up close, and I respect that. You got really good sense of how to use the crows and all that, and it's really good, really tight. Like the fact that you like made me have like actively work to like chase you down is good. Means that you understand where you should be spacing yourself and like how to like really couch more on like getting stay in state stuff as opposed to like everything else. It's just literally because I got that dog in me. I'm just like, whatever, I'll run it down. Safe. Yep. Let's see if I... Oops. I haven't actually fought an elf belt that is like really, really comfortable with what they're doing before, so I expect to like eat a bunch of shit even though I play elf belt, because I'm not a strong elf belt player. I was going to say I'm not a good elf belt player, but I know that I was going to have one of y'all would have been absolutely up my ass if I said that. Not like a bad thing, just like in the essay, stop doing that, like stop talking down on yourself kind of way. Yeah, you got aggressive in the last round. I did not adapt fast enough. Yeah, I figured a little while. I was like, okay, right. You really, really, really do not want to engage. So I'm like, all right, let me just run at you and see how you deal with that real quick. And it's Sin, so like that kind of bullshit is enabled very easily because it's Sin. He does that. Yep, shot. Let's see. Got safe. Yeah, would have been better to RTL there, but I don't have the muscle memory for. Fine. There we go. I'm glad I got to play though. I've been feeding to for a while now. Yeah. No, set was good. Yeah, no, it was a good set. I enjoyed it. Alright. Good. So that shotgun ender to that move is safe. So if Elfelt uses it, she guarantees that barring like extraordinary circumstances, I can't like actually get a punish after that. End the bed now. Enjoy the rest of the stream in the game. Alright, Larry, rest well. Thanks for coming by. Ah. Damn it, if RTL had come out right there, that would have been great, but I messed up the input. My fault. Oh, that might have been at safe distance. Almost. Yeah, there we go. Ah, too close. I'm dead. Yeah, damn it. Ah. But yeah, base. Yes. Is the answer to your question?
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yep. That's fine. There we go. Okay. It's the thing that they're doing that I feel like my brain is like sort of thinking toward like understanding to stop, but not drawing all the links together. Okay. There we go. There we go. I think I have it. I think I sort of have it. The thing that they want to keep trying to do is like jump away from me to shoot when they get the chance. So if I keep engineering situations where either they can, right? Like y'all see that, right? A lot of like trying to cross enemy with that, things like that. Fair. Done. Yeah, like the thing that I figured out, like I was sort of thinking about it for a minute, and I was like, okay, right. And that's why I tested a couple of things that I did there. A lot of it was that they wanted to just be able to like jump up back and shoot a lot, and because I twigged to that really quick, I was like, all right. So then all I really need to do is all I really need to do here at this point is deliberately all I really need to do at this particular point in order to like kind of like force a particular response here is all I really need to do to force a particular response is to stop trying to swing after I do certain things and just jump up and make them eat shit, basically. Because I got the inkling after a little while that's like, okay, the thing that they don't want to do is engage me on the ground. So what I'm going to do is this stuff, I'll jump and use jump kick and see if that like is enough to like swat somebody's hand. So, last thing I want to show y'all before I get out of here. It's about that time anyway. Y'all remember that I was saying that the funny thing about Sin's DP, right? Is that because of the way it works, you can now step out of it. So y'all know what that means. So yes, if somebody actively tries to like if I can do this. This is a new input, so I might kind of like fuck it up a couple times. There we go. Well, it is better if you do the follow-up, honestly. So you have to do the follow-up in order to get it to work off of DP. So it's not free off of DP. You have to do the follow-up and then do the counter cancel. But if you're not trying to do RTL, if you're trying to do RTL anyway. So like counter cancel into Tyrant Barrel, easy, right? So if somebody's on top of you and they're like near the corner and you get, if I can do this up, screwing it up. Yeah, if somebody is near the corner and you catch them with Thin's DP and they're not too high up, they kind of eat shit. And if they are really high up when you catch them, you can do, and you time it correctly, you can do Kara, well, it's probably better to do the follow-up just to ensure it. Like that. I like how I said to myself, oh yeah, I can't do Kara RTL, that's really hard. And then literally, it's not perfect and I haven't tried it in a real match yet, obviously. But I was struggling to do that at the start of... I'm struggling to do that at the start of the stream. And now, I can't get it perfectly on both... Until I can get it on both sides relatively consistently, I'm not going to call it mastered, obviously, but there's a lot that, like, I feel a type of way about that, I'm not going to lie. Not in a bad way. I'm pretty sure I can do this. Yep. R P L. Yeah, I couldn't do that Kara cancel at the start of this stream. I couldn't. I knew what I had to do for it, but I couldn't mechanically put it together. And obviously, training mode is like one thing, right? Like, I haven't been able to do it in a real match yet, but it, I feel a type of way that I have enough hand feel now that, like, I can actually, without looking at anything, I can feel in my hands where I fuck up the input now. Which is, wild. Hang on, I wonder. Well, I know that you can do double flip stop. Yeah. Yeah. I feel that feels nice. I'm not gonna front. That feels kind of nice. Where it's like, oh yeah, I couldn't do that at the start of stream. Versus like now, it's like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure my muscle memory will not last if I don't come back to it in like a couple of days, just to make sure I remember the feeling of it. But damn, that's good progress. I can't be upset about that. All right, let's be out of here because I got a thing to do at the bottom of the hour, and I don't want to be late to that. So thank y'all for coming by. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who donated to the event and support drive. This is going to be going on until the end of April. If you cannot give money, it is completely fine. If you share the link and just let people know what it's for, which is literally just like rent and support for me, so I can like cover my expenses in May while I'm still trying to look for a job. Deeply appreciate it. If you can't donate, just pass the word on, let people know what's up, and go from there. Aside from that, I can't spell, and that's fine. I do game analysis and design articles over at cohost.org/SJH's games. I'm going to be trying to sit down to commit to doing like a weekly post about how things are going with like Godot and the project that I'm working on in that game engine called Shoot Lancer. I'll try to commit to doing that like every week or at least every other week so that people get an idea of how I'm learning the engine and what things I like about it and all that other stuff. I have some other game design posts over on my Medium, which I am not really using for that stuff anymore because I want my articles to not be like locked and walled and things like that. Stream VODs are at youtube.com/@SJHSgames. I'm updating the Breath of Fire 3 playlist probably this weekend, and we're going to start with Breath of Fire 4 on Sunday. And then my Ko-Fi, self-explanatory. If you want to support me this month, it goes directly to this. When we're not doing this, Ko-Fi is basically just the best way to give me long-term support. If that's a thing that you want to do over like Twitch subs, because like I take more out of Ko-Fi subs than I do Twitch subs. And then my card has all my other social media links on it, but I'm really mostly only active on co-host, at least right. Stream plans for the upcoming week. Sunday, like I was just saying, Sunday 6 p.m. Eastern Time is more Breath of Fire. Wednesday, it's going to be game dev stream. It might be Shoot Lancer. It might be something else. There are some things that not anything bad, just a couple of things I got to gauge out to see if there's anything else that I can work on with Shoot Lancer and still have it public facing for right now, or if I'm going to have to switch to something else for a little bit and do some elbow work with Shoot Lancer off stream. We'll have to see. I got to sort of look at where we're at and what all is going on with that to sort of like see where we land on that front. And then next Friday is going to be, I think, our last Fighting Friday. Yeah. Next Friday is not the last stream of the rent and support drive, but next Friday is the last Fighting Friday that is part of it. So, right. Words.tm. Next Friday, I don't know. We might play some Under Night because we did Street Fighter 6 last week. I think we did try maybe like the week before that. We did try this week. So maybe we play some Under Night 2 next week, Friday. And I give away the other game key that I have for it, as well as the Slave Zero key that I have for people who like their boomer shooters and things like that. So thanks, y'all, for coming by and for hanging out. I appreciate it. Oh, right. Last thing. If you want to hang out with us when we are not, when we're not like live and doing Twitch stuff, I don't fuck with Discord for various reasons. If you know, you know. But yeah, I don't really fuck with Discord like that for various reasons anymore. So we do all our stuff over on Guilded. Saturdays, for example, we watch anime and other shit together. So if that's to your liking, or if you just want to hang out and just like be chill, right? Yeah. Come the guild. I'm gonna go see who we can hang out with. That's not that channel. That's this channel. This one. I feel like we have not gone to go see Palm in a while, so let me go see what they're up to. Okay, yeah. It looks like it's art stuff. So, here's the deal with Palm. They are an amazing artist, really chill. And they vibe a lot. They're really cool. So right now it looks like they're working on a piece of some kind. Looks really nice actually, and black as fuck. So we're here for that. So we're gonna go hang out with Pom Pom. Give her an SJH does raids when we get over there. Also, throw in your favorite emotes. Let them know who sent you. All that other stuff. And feel free to like chill and vibe and do all the other stuff. Y'all know my stream plans for the upcoming week. Whether I see you in stream or disc or gilded or wherever else, I'll see you when I see you. Take care. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Don't go outside if you don't have to. Be excellent to each other. But not the bigots, racist, terrorists, sexists, anti-queer folks, or Zionists. These are your reminders that trans rights are human. That trans rights are human rights. Bodily autonomy is the right of all people. And furthermore, that Palestine, the Congo, and the Sudan must all be free. We're not really... That's pretty much it. Straight up and down. End of story. So, all that said, thank y'all for coming by. I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all. Deuces.